Alright, and welcome to how to create a character in Will of the Curse. We already did a video, technically two, but the first one's very outdated, on just the general system and all that, rules and all that to follow. In this video, we are going to go over how to create a character and also archetypes, as archetypes weren't a thing back whenever we did that. So I'm gonna do a quick overview of archetypes. Um, is technically in the call, but he's muted, so he won't be able to talk. Uh, so yeah, some other people might join, who knows. But, so, first off, to make a character, you need to pick what grade level they're going to be. Now, this is up to the DM, or just what character you want to be. If you start off as a grade 4, you get these stats. You start off with 0 to 3 XP, again, up to the DM. And you start off with no jutsu skills. If you start off as a grade 3, you get that is a standard array. These right here is for non-standard array if you want to do point buy. This is how much XP you get, and XP is spent in the Class 1C XP shop, and this is how many jutsu skills you start out with. Again, all this is going to be up to the DM and what they decide you start with. Grade 2, you start out with these stats. You get that much for point buy, that much XP, that many jutsu skills, and you start out with one free grade 4 skill. And only 5 XP is allowed in one skill. So you can't buy. So if you start out with 10 jutsu, if you start out with 17 XP, you can't just buy 2 XP level 5 stuff as a grade 2, as that'd be a bit too strong. Grade 1, which is the class that most people make, you're either going to start out as a grade 4 or grade 1, kind of up to you. This is how many stats they start out with. Point buy, XP, jutsu skills, and you get 2 free grade 4 skills. And you can get any grade 1 skill. You can put those jutsu skills into any grade 1 skill, and you can get 1 special grade skill, which I think there are only like 2 special grades. Then something that isn't shown but is technically a thing is special grade 1, which is like it's a thing. It's a sorcerer who is stronger than grade 1, and that's about it. I want to say, oh, it's a sorcerer that's between grade 1 and special. No, they're not between grade 1 and special grade. They're just sorcerers who are stronger than grade 1. And special grade sorcerers, what I usually do is I usually give them some like extra stuff, like a special grade sorcerer can have 3 output, can have like a level 4 or 5 in output instead of max of 3. They can have more skills, more XP, yada yada yada. They're kind of just the do whatever you want. Like, you can't do whatever you want, like special grade do whatever you want, but you can get pretty crazy with how strong they are compared to grade 1s. Special grades, there are literally no rules for special grade. Hey, do you want your special grade to have 500 HP? Go right ahead. Hey, do you want your special grade to have like 64 for imbue damage? Sure, screw it. They're a special grade. Do whatever you want. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, do you want them to have 10 actions in one turn? Go ahead. They're a special grade. You want to follow the rules of this system? Do whatever you want. Alright, so once you pick your grade, you then go into your archetype. Now, archetypes is a new thing we added, and effectively, we got help from the lovely M. You can find him on our Discord server, and you can find his original system, his original archetype system. His original archetype system does not use stats like ours does. They use grade levels, which we just don't use because it kind of doesn't fit in line. That 1C doesn't, which also you don't have to use these archetypes. You can use 1C archetypes if you want. But yeah. Also, unlike in 1C, you can multi-class. Now, the way multi-class works is effectively you have 6 slots. 1 slot for your subclass ability, and then you have your level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5 ability. So the way this works is that there are 5 slots. 5 ability slots. There's just a 6 there for some reason. Well, okay, there are 5 slots, and the way multi-classing work is you can take another class and just put them in those slots. However, in order to multi-class, you have to start from one and work your way up effectively for both classes. And you only get one subclass, and that subclass is your starting subclass. So for instance, let's say you want to do an acrobat brawler. Well, you start off as acrobat, so you are untouchable. Let's say you want to take you want to fill up 2 ability slots with acrobat. That means you can do this. You can do speed level 2 and speed level 3. Now, let's say you multi-class into Brawler. Well, you don't get any of the sub-archetypes, so you can ignore that. However, you can't just get Thicker Skin and Retribution, as in order to get these abilities, you have to start out at Experimental Hands, work up Thicker Skin, etc., etc. That's just kind of how it works. And we do this to kind of balance it, because there are a lot of classes where you would multi-class into them just to get one really good ability, and that's about it. And that's kind of not what we want to do for multi-class. So if you're multi-classing and you want like a later ability in a second class, then you gotta give up some slots and you gotta actually work towards it. Also, also to bring up special grades again, special grades do not have to follow this rule. If you want a special grade to have 3 archetypes, go right ahead. If you want a special grade to have 2 archetypes, do it. We don't care. They're special grades. I think we said that if Gojo were to be in this system, Gojo would be a prodigy, rebel, and I think like caster or brawler, one of those. So yeah, they're special grades. You can do whatever you want. What do we need to say? Anyway, the archetypes. We will get back. We will give a quick rundown of them real quick. So they're Acrobat, Brawler, Brutalizer, Caster, Unbreakable, Speedster, Mastermind, Swordsman, Shaman, Prodigy, Rebel, Confident, Thrill-Seeker, Tinkerer, Chemist, and whenever you do choose your archetype, you get to put aptitudes in whatever aptitude they say to put it in. They're right here. And these are permanent aptitudes that never go away. So yeah. First up, we got Acrobat. Acrobat is for those who love AC. If you like having a high AC, get Acrobat. There's a speed-based archetype, so that means they level up based on your speed level. Brawler. This is a very good 1v1 thing. Brawlers are all about using their hands, getting hand-to-hand, taking hits, punching, all that. It's a power-based archetype. Also, they have Tearaway Uniform is probably one of the funniest items, starting equipment we've ever given. So yeah. Next up, we have Brutalizer. Brutalizer is for those people who want to get in, do a lot of damage within like the first like 2 rounds, and then be done. Brutalizer is all about just getting advantage, getting advantage to hit, to damage, doing extra damage, all that on the first round, and just going insane with it. However, once you're past like the first, second round, you kind of lose a lot of these buffs. And it's a speed archetype. Caster. Caster is for either A, people who want to fight from long range, aka the sniper, or for those who want to be a zoner type that use CTs to kind of push people around and command the battlefield. This is a tech-based one, and this archetype can get very silly if you're like focused solely into range. You can get like a +5 to hit with just your archetype alone with Caster. It's pretty solid. And there's Unbreakable. Unbreakable is for those base tanks who run into battle and just get hit. They have a lot of really good abilities that are all about just you not dying, and that's kind of it. It is a power-based ability too. Then there is Speedster. Look, I'll say it. Speedster is the coolest ability. If you pick Speedster, you're just awesome, alright? But Speedster is all about running around the battlefield at full speed and getting bonuses from that. Because if you're the distance runner, you get bonuses from continuing running. If you're the bolt, you get to dash, and then there's turn of the volume, blah, blah. This is for those who like to who aren't here for a long time, but they're here for a good time, all right? That's who these people are for. That's a speedster. Then obviously the speedster is a speed-based class. And there is Mastermind. Mastermind is about all those people who want to just manipulate the hell out of their friends. Do you want to manipulate and traumatize somebody? Get Mastermind. Mastermind is very good when it, unironically, it's very good whenever you work in a team. And it is a cooperation based ability archetype thing. Then there is Swordsman. Swordsman is for those. Swordsman is just a good class. I don't know how to describe it, man. Uh, it's just a good class that gets a lot of bonuses if you have a weapon in your hand. Yeah, that's it. We might be getting. Oh yeah. Also, it doesn't need to be a sword. It's just a weapon. Period. In order for Swordsman to work. So yeah. Also, nah, I'd win. Anyways, Shaman. Shaman is the healer class for those who want to be a priest or a healer of any kind in this system, like a D&D priest, whatever. This is where you go to. Yeah, it's all for those people who want to use RCT, well, non-sub targeting RCT, and who just want to support people and be the healer of the group. Also, the second funniest thing we ever created, cigarettes, which give you 4C in exchange for if you fail a DC, you take 1d6 of damage. I was gonna add an addiction clause, but then I was like, that's a bit too much. Let's not. And then there is Prodigy. Prodigy is for those who really like philosophy of a sorcery and want it just all the time. It's also for those who just get advantage for not doing stuff. So like if you like don't have an aptitude or if you haven't done something, you just get advantage. Also, I forgot to mention, Swordsman is a tech-based class. Shaman is intelligence-based, and Prodigy is tech-based. Then there is the Rebel. The Rebel is for those who want to 1v1 their opponents, and that's about it. It is very, very strong if you're going into 1v1s. Like, it's insanely strong. And it's also good for those who just want to run into battle ahead of time and take the opponent on versus everybody. It is, as one of the names says, it's you versus the world. Screw your party. You got this. And it is a power-based build. Then there is Confident. Confident is for those party members that wants to support everybody in every way, shape, or form. This isn't a real combat heavy thing. I mean, it kind of is combat heavy, but a lot of these are more so like adding. It's combo. It's if you want a combo good, you get this. And this is obviously a cooperation build. Then there is Thrill Seeker. Look, I said Speedster was the coolest ability. If you take Thrill Seeker, you are the coolest person ever. Take Thrill Seeker. Just do it. Thrill Seeker is awesome. Okay? Nobody uses Thrill Seeker, but it's really cool. Thrill Seeker is a class all about gambling. Do you like gambling? You take Thrill Seeker because it can just change your dice rolls and do all types of insane stuff like that. Well, okay, it can't affect Black Flash rolls slash imbue rolls because, oh boy, if you could use this on Black Flash rolls, oh god. But yeah, this is the class for gamblers at heart, and since they're in our heart, it's a cooperation build. Intelligence. Tinkerer is for those who want to get into cursed corpses slash cursed puppets, all that stuff. This for slash cursed tools. This is for the artificers and our this shout out to your fellow artificer. This is for them. And it's an intelligence build. Next up is Chemist. Chemist is for people who do poison damage. It's also for people who are kind of healers, but can also do a bit of poison. It's a support class that does a lot of damage if you poison people. So, once you get your archetype picked, then after that, you would come up with a CT, which that's pretty self-explanatory. Figure out your own CT, do all of that, blah blah blah, and That's kind of it. You pick an arc. You pick a class. You pick a grade level. Pull all your stats in. Put all your points in. Pull your XP in. Choose an archetype. Create a CT or don't create a CT. You don't have to create a CT if you want. You can be a new shadow user. You could have a you can start out, you can have a CT that's based on a non-lethal domain expansion. You can have none of that and just punch. You can have a CT trait, whatever. But that doesn't do a good job of explaining how to create a character, so I'm gonna show you how to create one. So we are going to be creating Nobara Kugasaki because I was gonna make Yuji, then I realized actually I can't use Yuji because whoa, that's a whole mess. And then I was gonna, oh, let me make Megami. Can't make Megami because I gotta make all those Shigami, and I'm not doing that. So, we're doing Nobara. We're gonna make Nobara. So, in order to do this, first off, you gotta, well, you gotta get the character sheet. In order to get the character sheet, all you gotta do is just copy the character sheet, which you can find in here, copy it, and then put it in your own slideshow. There you go. This is Nobara. I don't know. Oh, this Nobara. Let me look that up real quick. I think she's 16. We're going to assume this is like Shibuya Nobara, so she would be a grade 2 sorcerer. And yeah, give me 1 second as I look up how to spell Nobara's last name. There we go. That's how you spell Kugasaki. All right. So, first off, Nobara. Good old Nobara. She is a grade 2, so that means her stats are gonna be this. I recommend whenever you do put the stats in, you don't like get so dead set on them because your archetype is really gonna change up where you put these stats. But I already know what Nobara's archetype is gonna be. I wonder what archetype she's gonna be. So yeah, she's going to have a 4 in power. She will have a 3 in tech. Actually, she would have a 4 in power. 4 in. Nah, she would have a 4 in power. There's no bar we're talking about. And she would probably have a 3 intelligence, as she's not that fast. And she would have a 2 in speed. And a 2 in cooperation. So, after that, we would calculate the HP, which you can find the HP calculator in 1C. Or you can look up our thing. But yeah, the HP calculator is simply just 10 plus your power level times 5. So that means she would have an HP stat of 30. And CE is calculated very similar. However, it's 15 plus tech times 5 times your tech level. So that means she would also have 30 CE. And then her AC is calculated by doing speed plus tech. So that means she would have a base AC of 5, but her Jutsu uniform would give her +2 because that's what we say Jutsu uniforms give. So she would have an AC total of 7. Then movement speed. Movement speed is the formula is right there. So she would have a total movement speed of 40. All right. Now that that's done, XP. So, since she is a grade 2, I would say Nobara is like a mid-range grade 2, so let's give her 15 XP and let's give her, you know what? She deserves this. She's been in the game pretty long. Let's give her 10 Jutsu skills. So, with 15 XP, that means I can spend 15 XP, and let me see. I can only get one level 5 XP ability. So you can find this by heading over to the Perihelia Discord. It's linked in Jujutsu system. The 1C system is also very good, so if you want to check that out, please, I recommend you check that out. But we use the 1C system for XP. So, Nobara should probably have big boost, because she's a pretty well-rounded fighter, so she would have big boost. So that means she gets 20 more HP and 20 more CE. And then she has 10 XP left. So we spend that on. I would give her bullet time. Yeah, I kind of don't because of what happened to her in Shibuya, so I don't think she deserves bullet time. You know what? She will get breathe because she is a very CT focused build. So that's one breathe. Why did I bold that? I don't know. So she has 6 XP to spend, which probably spend that on stamina boost, which by the way, stamina boost also stamina boost just replaces CE. So if you have stamina boost is just CE boost. 3 stamina boost. You know what? Let's keep it even. So that's 3 stamina boosts. So that is a stamina or CE of 65. Let's give her. You know what? It is indeed a whoops economy. So let's give her 1 whoops. It is a whoops economy. So let's give her 1 of that. Which would mean. That would be 3. So she has 1 XP left. Let's just give that over to another stamina boost. So she's at a solid 70 CE and 50 HP. Not awful for a grade 2. However, we got a lot more to go, as she has 10 jutsu skills, and she can get 1 free grade 4 skill, and she can only get 1 grade 1 skill. So, if we head down into here. Nope. Where are they? There they are. So, I would say let's get that grade 1 skill out of the way first. Curse energy increase could be good. You know what? That'd be another 15. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get curse energy increase, which would mean her CE is now at that would be an extra 15 CE, so she would be at 85, but I feel like that's a lot more, so why don't we bump her back down to 70 by removing the stamina boost and instead get an HP boost. Well, okay. 1 stamina boost and then 3 HP boost. So that means she would be at 65 HP and 70 CE. So yeah, jutsu skills can really change the way you make certain characters. So yeah, Nobara, pretty. She uses a curse tool, so she probably needs. Ooh, why is my computer dying? She uses curse tools, so it's probably best if we give her curse tool proficiency. Same thing with curse energy control, because he uses curse energy a lot. So that is 3 skills down. And then, you know what? She's Nobara's pretty fearless. Let's. My thing would work. There we go. Nobara's fearless. Let's put fearless over there, as it's a not like. Usually the way I do this is abilities that are kind of passive, I put on this side. Abilities that are more active on that side. And then she'd probably have a. She 100% has at least one imbue increase. Then we don't have enough space for those, so let's just do that. And then I don't think she would. Yeah, no, Nabara did some pretty crazy stuff. She deserves CE mastery. And then to make this fit, I simply just do this. There you go. Now, she's looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's got 4 free skills left. So let's go see what else we can pick up. Ooh, hit the spot could be good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so the way we do things is that usually, even though it says 2 grade 2 missions, we usually just count that as 1 grade mission. That is up to your own personal take. This is how we interpret it because it's just fun that way. You know, you don't have to constantly be like, oh, well, it costs 2, so I guess I gotta remove 2 just because. No, we just count it as 1. It's probably not a good idea, but eh. And then she doesn't have any of that, so we can just ignore that. If this would work, there we go. Nope. Let's see what we have here. She probably wouldn't have any of that. Nope, nope. Can't get these. Can't get these, as these are specifically for non-CT users. You know what? Let's give her 2 stacks of in the zone. You know what? She deserves it. She may not be like mainly Black Flash, but hey, she kind of used Black Flash. So she's got 1 left, which you know what? This is kind of a weird build we're going for, but where is it? Let's give her her thing. You know what? Let's give her her skill we named after her. Let's give her life without regrets. You know what? That's actually fair, HH. She's more life or death. So I guess she's got 1 more left. God, hang on. There we go. She's got 1 more skill. What could we give it over to? Oh, not sorcery die alone. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, duh, scam artist. If I gave her hit the spot, she probably needs scam artist. So yeah. Here's Nobara. I guess the weird sneak attack, black flash, fearless build? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Here's Nobara. Kind of. We're not done yet, but here's all of Nobara's skills, I guess. So next up, if you want, you can copy the martial arts they get and put in here. I don't have the time to do it, so I'm not doing it. This is where you put your black flash range, which your black flash range would be. She has attack of 3, so it would be 16. And then her work for me got. There we go. Jesus. And her and her sorcerer experience threshold would, I think, be 4. I'm pretty sure it's 4. 6 or below. 6 or below. Yeah. Now let's go. Put all. She doesn't get any. Yep. Okay. Next up is Archetype. As I already said, I think we all. I wonder what archetype Nobara Kugasaki is going to be. I wonder what archetype she's going to be. And I wonder what subclass she's going to be. Weird! So, yeah, Nobara is the rebel. And she is the black sheep. Which at first we actually made the black sheep for not Mahito, for Megami, and then we're like, oh, Megami actually fits more Prodigy than this. And then we were like, oh no, wait a minute, actually Black Sheep still fits Nabara, because that was kind of her whole backstory, was that she was she was like different from her whole village and people didn't like her. So it accidentally fit pretty well. So she is Black Sheep. She gets this ability, which a lot of these abilities are good for if you want to just make a quick and fast character for like one shots, and a lot of these abilities are very good for campaigns. The Rebel is a good mixture of kind of both because you have like Black Sheep that is very good. That's very good for campaigns, and then you have stuff like Revolutionary, which isn't, but that's kind of up to your own thing. Yeah, Prodigy, as AJ said, Prodigy is incredible for campaign. So is the cooperator. Cooperator, especially whenever you get to like, what is it? Cooperator level 5 is like, it's pretty good for a campaign. Oh my god, my computer is so slow. There we go. That was a 1. Then we get higher than all. And then that is all, as she only has a power level of 4. So let's just... There. Oops. Did not mean dropping that. Okay, and now she's got her archetype. That also means she gets her stuff, which is... There. Also, well, I guess that does mean we add... She has 45 feet of movement, actually. There we go. If only she had 50. Maybe she could have... maybe she could have caught the Mahito faster. Anyway, we go on to the fun part of this, which is... making the CT. So we got... Strada technique. So, this is a part that you're gonna want to mainly work with your DM with. You know, my best recommendation for this is to create a basic of what you want to do, and then have your DM look over it and go, actually, we should add this, we should get rid of this, yada yada yada. I'm not going to do every single technique for her because that's gonna take forever. So I'm just gonna get the most. Well, actually, no. I just gotta do two. I forgot she only had two. So first off, we have. Let's see. What is the extension technique? I think the extension is. Is the extension resonance? Or is that. The HH help, what was the extension technique? Okay. So, Strada technique. History, it's Strada. CT activation, uh, she, there is no activation, she just kind of activates it. I guess, well, no. The activation would be. She needs nails. Then the trade off would be need nails on you at all times. And yeah, that's kind of it. So we have the base cation, which is can control nails. This would probably cost somewhere around uh like 3 CE. And then the DC range I would say is like 4. So it goes under her threshold so she can just do it. And the effect is can control nails. There you go. Then there is hairpin. Well, first off, in order to do hairpin, we need the first thing, which is the extension technique. Resonance. Which let's see what this does. Okay. By sticking a nail body part, she can make nails appear on the main body. This establishes a link and can even affect the soul. There we go. So, and there is no range in this ability. The cost for resonance would probably be like 8 CE. The check would be. What would be the check? Like DC 10? And the damage would be. The damage would probably just be. I would say it adds an extra D8 to hammer damage if used with. That's an extra. Let's go with 2d8. That kind of fucks people up. Adds extra 2d8 to hammer damage and causes a instant sneak attack on the first activation per target. No range and damage done to the arm. No, not to the arm. The body part trans to the main body. The damage will come from the from the hammer and the extra damage from the from resonance. Then we have our second technique, extension technique, hairpin. So, hairpin. A technique that causes the cursed energy in... Okay. So by imbuing a nail with cursed energy, she can cause it to explode inside the person she hit with her nails. She can explode as many nails as she wants, but the CE imbued in the nails disappear after 4 turns. So, yeah. CE would probably be something like 10 CE per nail exploded. And then DC would be like... Let's make that 10. Let's keep that 10 and let's make that 12. Hang on. There we go. And then damage. This would do... Honestly, probably like 2d10 plus TL plus output per nail. And that kind of does it. I guess we could create how much her shooting off the nails do. Actually, let's do that real quick. Nails. Let's go with bag of nails. She's probably got like 30 in there. Each nail can be fired by the hammer and can do... Well, okay, if it's firing off by the hammer, that probably means precision. So actually, let's get rid of that 3 in intelligence and put that 3 back in speed. There we go. Which will also change that to 50 speed. And the nails probably do like 1d8 plus speed damage. Also, I forgot to do something. Because we got our archetype... Why is this up here? Whatever. Because we got our archetype, Rebel, that means she gets permanent aptitudes. And since she's a Rebel... She gets 1 from speed and 1 from power. Well, would you look at that? You would be looking at that if it... There we go. Would you look at that? She can now have an aptitude in precision. And an aptitude in combat. And whenever you create a character, at the very start, they get 2 extra aptitudes get put into anywhere. However, they do disappear whenever you do level up that stat. But you cannot have more than 2 in one stat. So, like, I can't have 3 in power. I can only have 2 at max in power. So let's go with that. And then... I would put in reaction, but that would be a bit ironic. So let's not do that. Oh, what the fuck am I talking about? Intimidation. Holy shit, intimidation. Actually, no. It's fortitude. It's fortitude. It's she has an aptitude in fortitude. It's fortitude. It's fortitude. And with that, that's Nobara. And that's how to create a character. Also, this is where your binding vows go. And yeah, that seems about it. Thank you for watching how to create a character, and maybe in the near future, I'll do a video on how to create curses. But other than that, that's kind of it. See ya.